Welcome everyone. Today we have gathered here to have hands-on session on Spark AR. All the filters you see on Instagram and Facebook, what's the backend behind it, right? So today we are going to learn on that. I will be your host for tonight. I am Itasha Modi, campus ambassador at Spark AR and author as well as an open source geek. So this is a preparatory session for the HackAR and our upcoming hackathon, which is scheduled and the registrations are open now. I will be sharing the link in the comment section. Please have a look on it. This session is about our Hack AR and how you can get started with Spark AR. Our speaker for the day would be Mr. Kshitij Saini sir. He is developer at Reskill as well as his ex GitHub ex intern at 2021 and associate incoming analyst at Barclays. Over to you, sir. So the hackathon we have is based on different themes. So whatever theme you like, you can submit your effect there, and everybody has complimentary prizes for everyone. We have backpacks and certificates for everyone from Facebook, as well as the prizes are very interesting because it's cash prizes. The first prize is of $300, and the second prize is of $200, and the last prize, that is the third prize, is of $100. Now I would like to invite Mr. Kshitij Saini sir to have the speaker session going on.
So I think Kshitij is joining us in a minute. Okay. He lost his connectivity. He is joining us in next 2 minutes. Till then, everyone can register for the session. Let me share you the link so that you all can register for the hackathon. Uh, just give me a second. Yes, guys, I have posted the link in the description in the comment section. You can check the link and look.
Yeah, even I have posted the link, guys. So yeah, you can check it.
Okay. Okay. I hope that you have attended the previous sessions and you have know the basic understandings of AR and VR, AR technologies. Let me try to contact Kshitij in 2 minutes to have a we'll start in next 2 minutes. So hello
Yeah,
everyone, we have
sorry,
Kshitij with us. No
sorry
problem.
for the
Kshitij, you can share
interruption.
yours.
Uh, yeah. I am
No
sharing my
problem.
screens.
No problem. Okay. So we have Kshitij with us, guys. He's the associate developer at Rescale, and today we are going to learn about AR. What is AR? How AR is, coming in the market in the trend. Today we are going to learn about how we are going to make our first effect. So hi Anmol, hi, hello. Let's add this to the stream and let's start this.
Yeah. So, hello
So
everyone. Let
Kshitij,
us start from very beginning. And as we have already wasted some of the time, so let us not waste the time and let us start with Spark AR. Let us see what Spark AR is, how to proceed with Spark AR, and what are the things that are associated with Spark AR. So we will start from very beginning. First of all, let us see what like Spark AR actually is, and what AR is. After Spark AR, let us see what AR is, and then get back to the Spark AR and see how Spark AR is working and how we can proceed further with Spark AR. So what spark AR is a AR platform, and it is provided by Facebook. So we can just jot down the key points. It is provided by Facebook. So, and what happens now is that the spark is provided by Facebook. But what is spark? How we create filters using spark? So spark is a platform that is available for like Mac and Windows based devices. So these are the two platforms where the spark is available. And the final result, like we create filters on Windows or Mac based devices, and the final result, the filters are available on our mobile devices. It can be a iOS or Android or BlackBerry, depending on the mobile systems that Facebook is supporting. So all the systems where Facebook are supported, all the mobile systems, we can use our effects over there. So now I think Spark is clear with all of you, and you are able to see what and evaluate what Spark is. So now going to the simpler thing, AR. Now let us see what AR actually is, and then let us relate AR with Spark and start creating our own filters. Okay, so what we will do, we will see what AR is. So AR, which stands for augmented reality. I think most of you have heard about AR, which is augmented reality. Augmented reality. Before starting AR, can I know in the comment section how many of you have used the AR filters? Like, you might have used some of the filters from Snapchat. You might have used some of the filters on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you are posting. If you have used something like that, you can let me know in the comment section over here. So if you have used anything, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so many of you have used even Pokemon Go. Yeah, Soumya also mentioned Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go is also an example where AR technology is trending. So these are the technologies that AR is actually using, and one of you has also mentioned that everyone has used it. So now, yeah, it is now available with everyone, and everyone are using it from one thing to another. So this is augmented reality. This is only augmented reality. So let us relate it with our day-to-day life. If some of you are designers or some of your friends are designers, you might have heard of a famous program called Photoshop. And we were always fascinated by Photoshop because Photoshop allowed us, it allowed us to create a picture that was not even present. Like, I took a picture this, if I want to add a circle over here, so I can add a circle and I can present the newly photo, which shows that the circle is there in the photo. But what actually happens is that it is a photo that is like clicked and then it is edited. Now coming to the AR technology, what AR does, AR is can be said as live Photoshop. It provides us the tools and technology that can be used in the live photo stream only. So we can use it on the live stream, and the photos or the images can be edited when we are using our camera only. We need not to click the photo and then wait for our edit to come. We can just select a filter and the effect will be shown up to you. Now, like, I think I have talked about the AR and the, like, the things, and now let us see the AR trends that are available in the market. So let us talk about some of the trends. Like, if AR is such a great thing, then how AR is trending in the market, what can we expect from AR, like what is the future that is related with AR. So this is a survey by Radar, and Radar a survey suggests some of the numbers and some of the applications of AR and how AR is upcoming and booming in the market. So we can see, first of all, let us see from the numbers. Like, at end of 2020, there were estimated 598 million AR devices, and which was projected to increase to 1.73 billion by 2024. So we can see like AR market has a great boom in itself. There is a huge increase in the number of AR devices, and we can see we can even have the live example that is right now with us. Facebook has renamed itself to Meta, its parents company to Meta. So why is that transition? Because Mark Zuckerberg has a vision to create a metaverse which will provide us a completely different world from the physical world, and we will be living in a virtual world. So the virtual world is only possible because of technologies like AR and VR, and those are the technologies associated with us. So now, leaving the AI metaverse aside, so there are also multiple technologies that are associated. For example, the smart glasses are also associated with the AR VR, and even like movies like avatars which are shot in AR only. Even the 5G AR experience, it is a like a technology that is used on the Green Planet, which is a show by BBC and is coming 2022, which helps us to visualize our green planet, the earth, in a very different way and in a very different perspective. Even in education, people are teaching using the AR. Even in marketing, some of the brands are using AR to like to gain the reach of the audience, and even in designing some of the theme park rides, or even in our phone technologies, AR is being used. So these are the multiple trends that are associated with AR. Now, coming to the main focus area of today, the Spark AR. Let us see how to begin with Spark AR and how to relate the Spark AR with the AR which we are talking about. So, first of all, before starting to work with Spark AR, what we only need is a Windows 10 or above, or macOS 12.0 or above device. If we have the device, we can start working with Spark AR. So the first thing that we will do, we will go to Google and we will use Spark AR download. I will just write it over there. So what Spark AR will provide? It Spark AR provides a Spark AR Studio. So we can see the website of the sparkr facebook.com. I am also sharing the link over here in the comment section, so that you can also download the sparkr studio alongside me, and we can also like work on sparkr studio. So I will just download the sparkr studio from here, and like there is a download button. If you are working on sparkr studio for the first time, then only you need to download. If you have installed it once, no need to download it again. I have shared the link in the comment section for those who are like new with the sparkr studio, and they want to proceed further with it. Okay, so you can download the sparkr studio from here, and further, after downloading and installing, I will open the sparkr studio. And what sparkr studio will show how it will open. So I am opening my sparkr studio. Till the time it opens, you can also start your downloading process. And if you have any queries till now, like what has already been covered about the AR, about the spark AR, so you can ask in the comment section. You can ask your queries if you have any. If you don't have any, we will proceed further and we will see how to create a new spark AR project, and we will proceed further with it. Okay, so I have not received any of your queries, and we will just start the session about SparkR. So this is how a new SparkR window looks when we download and open the SparkR Studio. And like, let me close all of the other things. And so we will start with a blank project. You can also choose a sharing experience, like video call experience. So what is the difference between a blank project, a sharing experience, a video calling experience, or some of the templates? So first of all, let us look at the templates. So templates are like some of the pre-created sparkar effects, and we can use them to create so for example, the face decoration has a face specs that is associated. A head decoration has a hat on the top of head, and we can there are multiple other things associated with sparkar, and these are some of the effects that are pre-created, and we can modify them as per our use. So either we can use these pre-created effects, but as we are completely beginners, so what we will do, we will start from very basics, and we will create our effect from very basic. So if you want to create an effect, for example, the sharing experience has a description that it is AR for stories, reels, posts and messages, or video call experiences for video call. So we will start with the sharing experience. If you want a video call experience, or if you want to add something, we can also add that later. So we will start with sharing experience, and I have clicked on the sharing experience. Let us wait a minute for the SparkAR Studio window to open. So this is how the SparkAR Studio window will open when you click on the sharing experience once, and this will be the first screen that will appear in front of you. Okay. So if anyone is following alongside me, who has downloaded the SparkCast Studio and who has opened this window, you can let me know in the comment section. And if you want for me to continue it, and you will review the video once again, and then you will proceed further with it, then also it is fine. The video will be available on the Reskill channel, and you can watch it anytime. If you are doing what you are doing, please do let me in the comment section, so that I can adjust my pace if you are following it alongside, or I can keep my pace as I am doing things, if you are uh, doing it if you want to do it sometime later. Okay. So this central window, like where my mouse is currently hovering, this is the main viewport, and this is the working area where we will be proceeding further, and we will be editing everything in the viewport only. Okay. On the left of the viewport, there is a scene panel, and below the scene panel, there is a asset panel. Asset panel is currently empty because when we will be creating some of the assets, or we will be downloading something, so we will be doing that only here. And in the scene panel, we can consider scene panel as an index. Everything we do in the viewport or the working area will be present in the scene panel, will have an entry in the scene panel. Okay. And on the right hand side, where my mouse currently is, it is the property or inspect panel, and here we will be using seeing all the properties of the spa effects, or some of the object that we are seeing, and we will be editing the properties here. Okay. So first of all, as our screen is much smaller and it is not very clear, so we will adjust it. So to adjust it, there are three shortcuts that are very handy. So one of those is Control plus Alt. I will press the Control plus Alt key together, and I will drag from top to bottom, which will zoom in the screen. Okay. So I am also writing the shortcut in the comment section. Control plus Alt for zoom, and the next shortcut is even if we have zoomed, the view is slanting and we want it to be straight. So what we will do, I will press the control key only, I will not press the alt key now, and pressing the control key will help me in rotation. So control key is for rotation. So CTRL, control key is for rotation. And at last, after the rotation, there is a third key that is present, which we will be using, that is the alt key. uh, Simple alt key for adjusting it from left, right, top or bottom. So we can press the alt key for adjustment. So these are the three keys that are associated with the Spark. Urvi, if you are asking the commands for Mac, you can just look over the SparkR website or in the help section. I'm not like that familiar with the Mac like keyboard, but if you want to do it on Mac, you can what you can do, you can attach an external keyboard, and the same keys combination will be working fine. As one of my friend is also doing it on Mac. I will just share my LinkedIn profile if you have any queries even after the session, or if you want to like see some of the things that are over here, and if you have any queries you can connect with me anytime later as well. So I will also share the Mac commands over there only. Okay, so I have also shared that as well. So these are the three shortcuts that we will be using throughout our session at the very beginning, to adjust it, to resize it, to rescale it. So that we have done now. Now what we want to do, this is the complete thing, and we can see like the user sharing section. The user sharing section is the section which will give us the live preview of our effect. So this is how the effect will look in our like mobile devices and when we are using it. So this is how the effect will be looking. Now what we want to do, we want to add an image on top of the effect. So I am going to add object section. My mouse is currently hovering it. I think you all will be able to get it, and I will click the add object, and there is a plane. So plane, and I will click insert. So insert thing, and in plane will be inserted in between the screen, and we can see some of the red and black square, white and black squares, and the red, blue and green coordinates that are coming out of it. So this is how a plane is inserted. Okay, so now the plane is in the center of the window, and I do not want it in the center. So let us see some of the other shortcuts that are associated, and these are some of the combinations on the screen. So in the central pane, there are three different shortcuts that are associated here. So first one is selected by default where my mouse is currently, and this is used to adjust the position. So these three coordinates are now used for adjusting the position. I can like scale, move it up, I can move it left, or like I can move it in Z direction as well, in the front or in the back. So that depends on me. And the second option is for rotation. If I want to rotate it, like I am rotating it in X, Y, or Z, so I can rotate it as well, and you can see how it is rotating. So you can also rotate a plane. And the third option is for resizing. If you want to make it size bigger in X, Y, or Z, so you can use the third option of resizing. So this is how the three options of resizing, rotation, and repositioning are provided to us. So I am using the control plus Z key to move it back to center. And as we have like seen these three options, now let us come back to our main topic, that was inserting the image. Okay, so what I will do, I will select the plane from the scene panel, and when the plane is selected, you can see the plane is marked in blue color. Now I will go to the properties tab, because I already mentioned everything that we need to change for a object. Its properties need to be changed, and in the properties there is a material tab available. I will click on the plus button for the material tab, and we can see like a material 0 is now visible, material 0, and it is visible on the screen as a white box. But we do not want it to be a white box, we want an image instead of the square. So now when we have like inserted a material and a material 0 is showing here, a new material has also appeared in the asset section, and it is also named like material 0. So like I am clicking the material 0, and we can see like the material 0 properties have appeared here. Okay, and Arush, if you have installed and you cannot see the create section, no need to worry. You can just rewatch the video once again, and I think then it will be much clearer to you. You can just rewatch it, and you can also restart and install, like as Avirash has mentioned. So you can just try the debugging steps, and it will be very easy to install, as many of the people are like proceeding here with me alongside. Even and in the properties section for the material tab, like what I have done, I will just recap it. I have selected the material, and I have proceeded further to the material section. And in the texture section, there is the option to choose a file. If I want to apply a color, I can choose a color. Suppose I do not want a image, I just want a color, so I can just choose a color like yellow, or I can choose a color green. So you can choose any color if you want it to colored box, or if you want an image, you can also choose an image. So what I will do, I will go to choose file, and I can choose any of the file that I want to insert. If you want to insert a logo, if you want to insert something else, that depends on you. Currently I am inserting the reskill sparkyar logo. So like I am clicking open, and what you can see that the reskill sparkyar logo is inserted. Okay, but what is the thing, it is working, it is inserted, but it is not as I want it to be. I want it to be like much wider and smaller in length. So I can also do that. As I mentioned, there are already options available in the center tab. So to resize it, I will not go with the material, I will go with the plane section, because plane is the basic object behind it, and material is how we are like modifying it. Okay, so I will go with the plane, and I like the third option that I mentioned is for resizing. So I will resize it, like I want it to be this much smaller, I want it to be this much like extended. So now my logo looks fine. This looks good, and I want to reposition it on the top right corner. So I will do that as well. So now you can see the Reskill Sparkyar logo has appeared on the top right corner, and it is looking great. Okay, so this is how we insert an image, and we can also see that in the preview that it is showing the Reskill Sparkyar logo. Okay, so now let us take some of the questions. Sonu is asking how to submit a Spark AR, and only one topic is sufficient for effect. Can you tell me? Okay, so to submit a Spark AR effect, you need to go to the hackathon page, and I will tell you what you need to share over the hackathon page. And further, only one topic is not sufficient. Like if you are submitting the same effect that I have creating, your effect will be approved, and you will be able to proceed further with the hackathon. But I will also sharing some of the learning links. If you learn it and then submit the effect, then your chances of winning increases. The participation thing you get, but it is also the chance of the winning that is also increasing here. Dushyant Sharma is asking what are the system requirements for the software or IDE. So Dushyant, for this you can go to the SparkAir website, and they have already mentioned the minimum system requirements that are required for the SparkAir Studio. So you can see over there all the things are clearly mentioned. Okay, Priya has also asked, is it good for future career? Okay, so now I am going to answer that question as well. As the AR technology is very trending, so AR is good for the future market as well. So you can just start building AR effects, and you can start learning AR, what are the technologies associated with AR, and in the future the market is going to trend. I can bet on that. Okay, how many effects do we have to submit in total for this hackathon? You have to submit at least one effect, and if you are creating some of the more effects by some of the like some later time, you can also submit some of the more effects. So you can start working with that as well. You can start submit multiple effects as well. There is no restriction if you have to submit only one effect. You can also submit the multiple effects on the hackathon web page. I think we have already shared the hackathon link with you. I am resharing the hackathon link so that it is easy for you to follow up the hackathon page and get yourself registered on the hackathon. I am resharing the link in the comment section. So I think the link is now visible with all of you. Okay. So let us proceed further with our Sparkcast studio and all the things that are happening. So we have inserted a static image on the top right corner. Now what we want to do, we want to insert some of the dynamic object as well. So what we will do, as in the video, we are seeing a moving face. Okay, we are seeing a moving face. So now we want to adjust something with the moving face only. So what we will do, we need not to create some of the advanced machine learning algorithm to track the moving face. Facebook has already done that for us, and it has provided us with the object for the face tracking. Okay, and like I will click add object button, I will click the face tracker, and I will click the insert button. So when the face tracker is inserted, it is blue in color, and you can see like there are three coordinates that have appeared on the screen, and they are constantly moving. They are constantly moving for on the screen, and we can see the faces being tracked by it. Even in the properties section, when we are going to the transformation tab, so they are saying that the properties are set by the tracked face, and we cannot set it because they are automatically tracked. Okay, so this is how we insert a face tracker. Now let us see how to insert a 3D model, and at the end let us merge the 3D model with the face tracker and see how different things in combination work. Okay, so let us go back for some of the questions. Priya is again asking, I am in 12th standard. Is it helpful for me? Yeah, it is helpful because if you are in 12th standard, if you are in school, then you are learning something in advance, in pretty much advance. And when you go to the college, you will be like having some of the skills that other students are not having, and it will be a plus point for you as well as for your career. Just asking which stream, Soumya, I am not able to get your question. Then if you can like rewrite your question once again, so it will be much more easy to understand. And now let us see how to insert the 3D objects, how to download the 3D objects. So we need not to go to any website to download the 3D objects. SparkAR has provided us with the SparkAR library, which will provide us with some of the 3D models, pre-built 3D models, and all of them are free to use. There is no in-app purchases associated with the SparkAR library that SparkAR Studio is providing. Okay, so uh, I will go to the asset library, and I see that there is a AR library, and the asset library is present on the left of the asset section. The first option is the asset library, and I can see I can see some of the gifts or some other thing as like the themes are Christmas and New Year. So I will like see some of the gift. Like I let us search for gift, and there are like I will open this gift. I will use this gift, and I will click the import free button. So what it will do, it will import the button, it will import the asset, and when it is imported, a done button will be visible, and we can see the gift 3 December is available as an asset. Like we can see the gift 3 December is available here. I will click the done button, and I will cross the SparkAir library. Okay, so this is how the gift is imported in the assets, and now we can see the gift is imported in the assets, but it is not visible on the screen to us. Why? Because it is not added in the scene panel. And I mentioned, for anything to be visible on the screen, it should have an entry in the scene panel as well. So I will click the gift, and I will drag and drop it between the focal distance and the ambient light. This is how where I will be like moving it, and I will just drag it. So we can see a very huge gift. It is a very huge gift which has appeared, and I want to be a bit small. So what I am going to do, I will keep the gift selected. I will go to the scale section and I will rescale it. Here 1 represents 100%, 0.1 represent 10%, and 0.01 represent 1%. So you can resize it accordingly how much big or small you want it to be. So I have set 0.05, which is the 5%, and I'm using the 5% of the actual size over here. And as I mentioned, these are the like buttons, and I can use them to move it anywhere. So I am moving it anywhere. I want to rotate it, so I am also rotating it, as I mentioned about the rotation and other things as well. So this is how I want my effect to be, the 3D of object to be. Okay. Sonu, I will be telling what you have to fill in the SparkAR effect link and the SparkAR effect ID. I will be telling once the effect is completely created. And Archit, I will be sharing some of the links as well to learn about the studio. So I will be sharing the link. Okay. So, okay, Tushar, it is saying to log in to download or import it. As I need to like mention a point now. If you are using your SparkAir Studio for the first time, then you need to log in, or log in on the page and with your Facebook account. And once you have logged in, then it will not ask you to log in again and again. So first time you have to log in. So you can log in and everything is free and you need not to provide any other information. So you can log in very easily. Okay, so now we can see the object is also present. The 3D box is also present, the logo is also present, the face tracker is added, but the object is not linked with the like the face tracker. Or else what we can do, let us do some other thing. Let us pause the video once. So to pause the video, how we can pause the video, as the face is constantly moving, so it becomes very difficult for us to align anything with the face. So what Spark has provided us, it has provided us an option to pause the video here on the top left corner, uh, alongside the scene panel. So I will click on the pause the video button. I will be clicking the pause the video button, and so I can align everything very easily. So what I want the reskill SparkAir logo to be present on top of his head. So I will be like repositioning it, and I am positioning the reskill SparkAir logo on top of his head. And like I have placed it, as you see, I have placed it. And now if I click the play button, what is going to happen? Let us see. It is now also, it is dynamic. Okay, so it is only static, it is not moving, it is not dynamic. So I will pause the video once again. And what I want the reskill SparkAir logo to be tracked by the face tracker. So I will select the plane and I will drag and drop it inside the face tracker. And when we are inside the object, we see a blue box around the face tracker. Okay, so I am just moving it inside, and I can realign it with the face. And now if I click the play button, what I can see, okay, so this is how the Freeskill SparkAir logo is moving. And we can see it is moving in accordance with the head movement. It is a 3D thing that is moving. So this is how we create a face tracker, how we allocate something as a sub object, and this is how we create a effect. Now let us see how to publish it. Okay, Isha Mishra, you have a question. If you do not have a Facebook account, do I need to make one? So what you can do, Isha, you can just register with your parents Facebook account, or if you don't have one, or if your parents don't have one, and if you don't have a problem in creating a Facebook account, you can also create as well, because Sparkia Studio and the initiative is a Facebook initiative, so we cannot help with that. You need to have a Facebook account to be a part of the hackathon. Okay, now going to the last thing, publishing the effect, and then like seeing how to submit it. So what we will do, I will go to the publish button that is on the right hand top corner. And if you are working on Mac, the button might not be here. So what you can do, you can go to the file section, and in the file section you will be seeing a publish button. So like I can click the publish button from the file section. It will be same for all the Mac or Windows users. I will click the publish button, and it will take some time for the textures to be compressed, and the file size will be visible. And if you want to publish a new effect, you can choose if you want to publish a new effect, or if you have already created an effect and you are just updating it, so you can see update existing effect. So I will publish a new effect and I will click the upload button. So it will take some time, and your effect will be uploaded to the Spark Studio, and a new web page will pop up in front of you. Okay, let us wait for some time, and let us wait for the web page to pop up on the screen, and I will show you what the web page look like. So this web page will automatically pop up in front of you. And now what you have to do, you have to provide some of the details, where you want the effect to be published, how you want the effect to look. So you need to fill in the details, and after filling the details, when you click the submit button, you it will automatically, the Facebook team will automatically provide you with the effect link and the effect ID. I think, Sonu, that has answered your question. What should you fill in the Spark KR effect link and effect ID thing? So first of all, you need to give a name to your effect, and you can publish it. For example, I am saying testing. So I have given this name. I want it to be published. If I want it to be published over all platforms, then I will click all platform. If I want a specific platform, I will choose a specific platform. Let us choose all platform. I will choose the owner account, and I will choose some other things, and I will click the submit button. And as it mentioned, effect will be reviewed within the 5 days. And once you have pressed the submit button, uh, effect ID link and effect like link will be provided to you by the Facebook team, and you can use these links to submit to your hackathon on the hackathon page. Okay, so I think that marks the clear end of the session today. And if you have any queries, you can ask. And let us me stop sharing my screen, and let us talk like face to face now. And I will also request Tasha to end the session by giving some of the key points.
So, guys, as you have listened to the session very precisely, you must have understood at least the basics of Spark AR. We loved how Kshitij sir explained everything. So, do register in the hackathon, and the link is in the comment section below. Do register for it. And do remember that every participant will get goodies from Facebook, that is a bag as well as a certificate. And there are cash prizes too for the hackathon. The first prize would be of $300, the second prize would be of $200, and the third prize would be of $100. So yes, you have to start with creating Spark AR because we all use Facebook and Instagram. Happy hacking, guys, and thank you so much for joining us today. See you in the hackathon.